Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. I'm back in New York. We have the best time going to Phantom of the Opera. I absolutely love that play. Love that play. I think I've seen it either 3 or 4 times. The first time is when my husband and I went to New York, the first time to see the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that was before 95. Might have been like 93. Um, And while I'm talking, I'm using my elements, the rose that I painted, which isn't very good, but it's going to work with the other elements. A picture of the playbill from like when I went, and a picture that I took leaving the theater of the Majestic Theater, which is where it's played. Um, I went with my mom one time. I went with my husband's daughter and a friend. Um, I I didn't get very close, did I? Oh well, I tried. I was gonna paint. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. Then my water was bad, so I had to go get some new water. Um, in the end, it works fine, and it's not unusual for me for what I did. I incorporated a lot of red. To me, the red rose is represented in my red paint. So I've been playing with these journaling by 5 things that you've seen me do the last day or time I so that I filmed. Um, And I thought, well, maybe I'll just use one of these and it'll be wacko wild and add red to it. That was my first thought process. So that's what I'm doing now. Anyhow, Phantom of the Opera, I think I've read in several places that it has now passed Cats for the longest running play on Broadway. It was first ran in London on the West End in 86 and then Broadway here in New York in 1988. And it is still going. It is a beautiful, the music. Andrew Lloyd Webber to me is, I love his music and his plays. And he actually co wrote, I guess, part of this play based on the book. Um, anyhow, I really, 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 I wish I had gotten closer so you'd see more of the art. But my camera's way up in the air and I can't figure out where to get the close up lens. Anyhow, I nixed that idea. So let's just go red on the actual Traveler's Notebook page and do it abstract. Um, just slap it down in a random, hopefully, fashion. And it's random enough just to get the idea of the red. So to me, my favorite, absolute favorite song is Masquerade when they're coming down that huge ballroom staircase in their Argyle costumes and singing Masquerade. Sorry. And there's an elephant in some productions um, uh, in a costume, of course. But I mean, it's just, I love the music. The fact I've seen the Paris Opera Houses where this play takes place, and I've seen that in real life several, well, no, just once, Paris. Um, I want to go to Paris, Curti. Let's me and you go. Let's just leave tomorrow. Okay, okay. Oui, oui. And so I'm getting out a lot of red stuff out of my post-it drawer. I still can't find Amy, and I still can't find my taxis, but I haven't looked really well. Um, I just haven't had time. My mom had a bunch of tests yesterday, Friday, and uh, we won't get any results of those till early next week. And my dad had doctor's appointments. It was a wacko week. Besides the fact that my mom was not well and feverish and a UTI and everything else. So I'm getting that little block of paper there by my elbow. I think I paid $1 for that in the clearance section at Michael's. There's my what are those post-its called? Camille Garden. Is that right? Anyhow, I was looking for red. Then I remembered that one of the New York post-its I have is red. So they're not exact same shades of red, but I like the variety of the red. Don't look at that hello pamphlet yet. Thank goodness I'm a hoarder because this is making New York a lot of fun, actually. So I have the picture that I took last night after I left the theater. I have my playbill from the theater, from the play, and I have a rose that I painted. Not the best rose in the world, but it's mine and I'm going to go with it. And I'm adding red background papers to block things and little red arrows just because they felt like they had to go there. And gluing all that down in a random fashion. So Phantom of the Opera, in the New York production, this might be a spoiler, but it has been out since '86 or '88, depending on where you are in the world. Um, at some point, I can't remember exactly when, the Phantom is scaring Christine, and the chandelier flies out across the opera house, actually the audience. Oh, how they do that is beyond me. It comes out of the audience. It comes over the audience's heads in the theater, really. And it just makes me gasp every time. And then I have these little tiny clear stickers that are travel stickers, but I found two that related to music, so I put them down. The movie of Phantom of the Opera, I don't hate it. I love the play more, only because of the atmosphere, I think. Being in a theater in New York is amazing and awesome. And the first time, which was Phantom of the Opera, was the first Broadway play I ever saw. Uh, I was blown away at how small they are. I just thought they were like concert venues, like stadiums or something. I don't know what I was thinking. And then these red tags that are not uncommon for lots of uses, I seem to be attracted to those. I don't know if it's because I'm in the Big Apple, and that symbol is red, but today it was the red from the rose. So I'm going with it. I'm looking up lyrics, just spots of lyrics, and I'm writing them down from Masquerade and from the opening song. So to me, this is fun. This is getting my love of Phantom of the Opera out, getting my love of the evening I had last night, a beautiful night in New York. I do not dress up. That's another thing. You can go to the theater in New York. I'm not a dress up person, especially as I get older and whiter. Um, the theater in New York, anything goes. Now, granted, if you were like Angela Rubber, you'd probably wear a tuxedo. But me, I'm obviously not Andrew Lloyd Webber or any of the cast of the play, Michael Crawford or whoever, none of that. But I prefer comfort over everything in life. Comfort is my focus on everything. And I don't wear like sweatpants, but I have worn just casual pants and khakis or something and a sweater. Last night I wore that exact thing. Well, no, I think I wore corduroys because it's starting to get cool here. The leaves are pretty in like Bryant Park, and I haven't been up to Central Park yet, but it's getting cooler definitely. So I had corduroy on and a sweater and a light jacket. And another thing, me being alone in New York at night, there isn't a lot that I do at night. I will not ride a subway at night by myself. But the theater district empties out all about the same time or pretty close to it. And then everybody's either catching taxis or going off to dinner somewhere in some of the restaurants around. And Times Square is crowded no matter what time you go out there. So, that's another reason why I stay in Times Square, because I feel like I can walk home from wherever I've been if I stay out late. I usually don't when I'm by myself. But that's the time I do my journaling and everything is in the evening. Am I missing some of the atmosphere of part of New York? Probably, but that's not crucial in my life and in the points of these trips. So there is Phantom of the Opera. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. My mom is doing a little bit better, so I hopefully can be back at our house tonight to sleep, and then I can art. So I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Thanks for watching.